And your name is Ken, right?
Welcome back to the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week. Now, your Savannah Power Sports Center halftime show.
Welcome back to the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week, the halftime show. Marlo Hinson, Athletic Director at Brunswick High School. I'm Ken Slats. Thank you so very much for coming up to booth to join us.
No problem.
First of all, let's talk about the scoreboard right now. Unfortunately, on the short end of the scoreboard, but obviously you've had your drives. Brunswick's put together some very good drives, started off with a good drive as well, and we saw a 48-yard field goal. And a football season that, was difficult for a while, but coming off of a couple of wins.
Yeah, well, it's just it wasn't going the way we wanted it to the first half. We did put a few good drives together, but there's another half of football, and we can come out and put the shoe on the other foot. We'll be all right.
A new football coach this season coming in, and I know your second year as athletic director had a hand to kind of bringing in here, and I had a chance to meet with him for an hour or so on Monday, and brings a lot of excitement, a lot of youth, a lot of exuberance, and it seems like his players are starting to buy into his program, and possibly the start of something really special here at Brunswick.
We're really excited about Larry. Larry inherited a program where we have very few. We're a very young team,
right?
And so what you have out there tonight, we've got really just one senior on offense and two seniors on defense,
and a lot of freshmen starting.
A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, and a few juniors out there, and so. He's taken them to a different level right now, and so we're excited about next year. We're looking forward to getting to the offseason, doing some good work, and getting ready for another competitive year next year.
Well, as we look out on the field here, Marlo, the band, always a wonderful, and maybe some of the extra players out there that deserve a lot of credit for what they provide for football.
Our band director, Mr. Burge, does an excellent job. Those guys work hard. They actually they do laps around the field with their instruments, and so they work just as hard as the football team. And actually, my daughter is a senior out there in the flag corps, and so this is her last performance of her high school career. And so I just want to make sure she knows that I love her.
Sports, volleyball, softball, cross country, wrapping up. You had one team make a playoffs for the first time?
Yeah, our softball team made the playoffs for the first time. We have a new coach this year. His name is Brian Crawford. Did a very good job for us this year. We have a very young team, but a lot of talent, a lot of good girls coming up, and we're really excited about our softball program.
Then finally, I know something that you were very excited about to talk about the future, which just tipped off this week, I believe, basketball practice underway and defending state champions.
Yeah, we're really excited about our basketball team. We lost 3 seniors off of our state championship, and so we've got a good group coming back. It's going to be, anytime you win a state championship, you have to have the ball bounce your way, and we had it bounce our way a few times and won a lot of close games. And so we're excited about the season. We hope we continue that throughout this season, and we end up back in Macon and playing for another state championship.
Heading out of here for the final football game this season, I have to believe that there's a lot of excitement for next year, though, of all those players coming back and all those players. Sean Smith's done a phenomenal job at quarterback, stepping in very late this season. But a good nucleus of players coming back. You have to be very excited about the future.
Absolutely. Sean Smith is a wonderful talent. And really right now you just see the potential of it because he has only practiced quarterback for just less than half the season. But we also have a good core of young running backs. We have 2 sophomores playing tonight, and Ben McLeod and Shaq Robinson. They're doing a good job. We have a good linebacker core out there that are both sophomores with Sherrod Frazier and then Cam Futch. And, the future's bright at Brunswick High. We've got some work to do. We know that. We can look at that scoreboard and tell that. But we're going to be competitive, and we're going to win some games.
Well, Marlo Hinson, it's been a pleasure. The athletic director at Brunswick High School, thank you so much for joining us.
Ken.
We're going to take a break, and we'll have more of our halftime show coming up on the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week.
Welcome back to the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week. Now more of the Savannah Power Sports Center halftime show.
And welcome back to the halftime show on WSAV's Ken Slats. Right now it's 28-3. The Brunswick Pirates on the short end on the road to the Ware County Gators here in Waycross. It was a big start. Brunswick moving the football to start the game with a couple of big runs, and then The first play from scrimmage, though, for the Ware County Gators, Dedrick Mills to DeAndre Taylor. That went for 67 yards, and then Gary Williams with a 49-yard touchdown. Mitch Finneran kicked a 48-yard field goal, and then Jordan Turner and Rajah Bradley with a couple of runs, and that's where we stand at 28-3. This is our 4th season of the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week. It is also our season finale, our final game for this 2015 season. We have had some tremendous games throughout the 4 years we've been able to do this, and it takes a lot of people to put together a production like this. Jerry Perlman leads the way along with Dan Flaxer, but our own Martin Staunton takes us inside access and kind of shows you, the viewer, all that goes into live local high school football. Hi, everybody. I'm WSAV's Ken Slats, along with Dusty Ziegler for tonight's football game. Dusty.
High school football action brings communities across the coastal Empire and Lowcountry together. As they root for their teams, they root for their towns. WSAV Sports Director Ken Slatt says it takes teamwork to bring the game of the week to your home.
I only play a small part of it, calling the play-by-play action, but I think the cameramen that bring those videos and bring the action is what really makes the games.
This is a look at the line of scrimmage to broadcast a live high school football game. Packing up the broadcast gear starts days in advance.
We're 120 miles away this week. You can't forget anything. You certainly can't go to the store and buy a very special cable in Waycross, Georgia. Can't even do it in Savannah. So it's important that we take everything.
Perlman says bringing the action to you live on MyLC and live streaming on the web is like a ballet when it comes to setting up inside the stadium. But does it take an army of people to pull it off?
Definition of what your army is, maybe a little, insurgent group on our part.
It takes about 10 to 12 people to do a game. We have 7 cameras, and I think the biggest challenge was to get it started.
Slatt says coaches and communities were hesitant 4 years ago to move a Friday game to a Thursday, but the efforts of our production crew changed minds.
This year, our 4th year we entered, I had coaches calling me saying, we want to be on the Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week. And that's the most satisfying, knowing that the coaches, the athletic directors, the communities look forward to seeing their schools on TV.
The teams, the people of the cities that we go to, and we go to a lot of places outside of Savannah. We do several in Savannah, but our goal has been to reach all the people in the outlying 26 counties that we cover.
The Jenkins Warriors come up with a 15-14 win in dramatic fashion. God Great Sooth, remember the name, folks. He kicks a game winner in his first ever high school football game. Dan Flaxer is in our booth, our producer-director, Jerry Perlman, a manager that gets here early in the day and sets things up. John Chambers is in doing the directing for this game. Justin Smith running audio for us. Becky Smith running our jib camera. Lonnie Thompson down on the field running the camera for us. How about Scott Bailey running the camera up top, along with Sean Becker. Jeff Marks is our red hat guy, making sure we're all organized with the official. Mike Todd running our satellite uplink, and Tony Ruff back at the station at Master Control. For Dusty Ziegler, I'm Ken Slatt saying good night, everybody. Thanks so much to Martin Staunton for going inside access to bring that story of how it takes, it's not just a nighttime or a daytime broadcast, it's a days in advance and preparation. And as I said, from Jerry Perlman and Dan Flaxer and Scott Maley and the rest of our crew, those three have been there every step of the way for 4 years, and it started actually a year or two before that, putting the planning together and buying the equipment and putting it together. And it has been, I've only played a small part of it, and it has been my pleasure to work with such a wonderful crew, as this is our 4th and this is our final broadcast for the 2015 season. We're going to take another break. It's 28-3. Ware County is on top of Brunswick. We'll be back with more of the halftime show on the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week.